The 1995 film Heavyweights, without doubt a cult classic. Going back to rewatch it for this review, it definitely was refreshing, it's entertaining, it's still funny. Even more than 3 decades later, this still holds up pretty well in my opinion. Man, this was such a nostalgic trip because I grew up watching this throughout the 90s. Heck, this movie made me want to go to summer camp. And unfortunately, while I never went, I did appreciate this as a kid, and I still enjoy it even all these years later. So the story is about a young kid named Jerry who is sent to fat camp by his parents. And initially when he meets the other kids and one of the counselors named Pat, he thinks he's going to have a fun time. Up until the camp is sold to fitness entrepreneur Tony Perkins, who ends up turning the whole place in a living nightmare over the top training regiment. But the kids are planning on fighting back along with the help of Pat as well. And from there, it's not only one of the best movies from the 1990s, it's also a comedy that clearly wouldn't get made today because it is body shaming overweight kids. But this is the type of humor I grew up on, and I kind of miss it because during this time, you can make a movie like this and no one would get offended. Still, there are so many hilarious moments that are peppered throughout the runtime.
All right, stand proud, boys.
Oh my God.
Oh, don't worry, I have them on the body system.
Body system?
Yeah, have a look. Body! Body! Body!
So, how do you like the food here, Ken? Wait till I finish the question!
Kenny belongs to Seymour Butts.
Seymour Butts? Seymour Butts? Who's Seymour Butts, Who's Seymour Butts?
Nobody see more butts than you, Uncle Tony.
Yeah, this is a comedy that I've spoken to people about over the years, and a lot of them say it's one of their favorites. For me personally though, I wouldn't consider this one of my favorites from my childhood, but it does have a whole lot here to keep it from being a dumpster fire. It only makes sense for Steven Brill to make his editorial debut here, considering he also was the writer of the Mighty Ducks trilogy. And that makes sense because 3 actors from the Mighty Ducks films is here, such as Kenan Thompson, Aaron Swartz, and Sean West. All of them did such an amazing job portraying the characters of Roy, Josh, and of course Jerry. I like their interactions with each other and of course the other characters. Ben Stiller does such a great job playing Tony Perkins. I really couldn't stand this character. Probably one of the most memorable villains in all of Disney movies. Like literally, this guy is deplorable. He's mean to the kids. He makes them work extra hard. But he does get his comeuppance when he falls for one of their traps. He's held captive. He eventually gets out, but what's real funny is how he trips at his own feet when he's doing all that backflips. And I'm like, man, this guy, he's just out of his mind. And I had recently found out there's been a fan theory over the years that he's also the character White Goodman from the Dodgeball movie. I mean, that kind of tracks. Even though it's not canon, both characters are health gurus, all about fitness. But man, it's just Ben Stiller. He adds another level of credibility to this film. But quite frankly, a character I really liked was Pat. He's a cool guy, one of the counselors of Camp Hope. He has a lot of faith in these kids. And he's like, you know, we gotta take control of how we eat, of our lives. Them being in a race against their rival team, winning at the end, it's a feel-good moment. It has a great ending. The themes of friendship and, you know, just burying yourself. This is a film that I know everyone out there can enjoy because it's just fun for the entire family. At the end of the day, a movie that has a lot of good things going for it, even more than 30 years later, is just such a standout from beginning to end. I'm giving this film a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I really can't find any negatives about this, but I always respected this type of comedy because this was 90s peak. Without this being too vulgar, without it being too rude, this turned into a cult classic that a lot of people out there is still talking about to this day. One final thing I want to say about this one, with it being at 97 minutes, it never feels like it's overstaying its welcome, which is always a great thing in my opinion. And that's my review of Heavyweights. Alright, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie. Okay, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.